reckon? We've got the tiles down, the floor tiles are all down throughout, all grouted apart from the utility, which is good because that's let the chippies go on and do the skirting boards right round, so they're doing that today. I think they're nearly finished. They're also hanging the last few doors downstairs, getting that sorted. We got Jace here, connecting electric. We've got Sid, the builder. He's doing the patio around the back. That's looking really good. So this is Jace, who we've been trying to film since the beginning, but I keep missing him. Normally because he's in and out within like 10 minutes, but he's actually here today, a whole day. You haven't moved from the corner, have you? So, yeah, so Jace, how long have you done my work then for, do you reckon?
5, 6 years now?
Yeah?
Yeah, from the start, from when I first started, wasn't it really?
Yeah, it's got, well, my house, wasn't it? Was it Kingston?
Yeah.
Was that the first one?
Yeah, so it might have been a bit longer than that, but...
Yeah, well, I've been there 7 or 8 years, I expect.
Yeah,
So Jace has done all my work for quite a long time. He kind of knows how unprepared I am and how I don't know anything works, and just kind of works around me, like, yeah. So it's good. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing electric stuff.
Started the underfloor now. All the mains are done, TV's done. So get the powered up tomorrow so we can get some power on, and then get the underfloor heating and cracking, and then the plumber can come back and finish his bits. So.
Sweet.
Get up on your feet, this is a shakedown. Order up that beat just like it's takeout. Show me you got soul inside those new shoes.
Room is nearly done, pretty much up together. We're just waiting for Jay to come back and fit the toilet, because there was a problem with the panel on the back of the toilet, so he couldn't quite finish it last time. But really happy with how it's all looking. I think this looks really cool. The tap thing coming straight out of the wall, just going to film that. The freestanding bath looks smart. Shower all looks good. These little cupboards look good. And the units, I don't know if they were in last time, but these units are in, nearly finished. So really happy with how this one's looking. Just getting the last of the soakways done down behind the garage. Started it last week, and I don't really know what I've been doing since then, but I haven't been doing this, so I'm back on it, trying to get this done, because next week, Monday, got my brother-in-law, Dave. He's a tree surgeon. He's like half man, half tree. He's coming to sort this tree out, and we've got a couple more trees behind the garage that are just like jeopardising the garage, really. They're quite dangerous having them there, so we're getting rid of them, putting a new bit of fence in there. So I just got to get this soakaway in, buried, all sorted, and then he can come and whip those trees down. And that'll lead us on to the next thing. Like I mentioned earlier, got a chap called Sid. He's come to give me a hand just to push the patio on, really. He's just going to do that while I can get on with some other stuff. So he was here yesterday. He's got these back edges concreted in to set out from the pathway. Needed them, so we had someone to start the patio. He's cracked on with that yesterday and today. He started slinging slabs down. They're looking really good. Turn around a minute. things are moving in the garage as well. We got Fergie came back actually. It was raining one day last week, so he came over and got this block work up for me. So that separates the two carports from the workshop kind of thing. So that's good. We've got plasterboard on the ceiling. Got to have fireboard in here because of the danger of your cars exploding or whatever and setting fire to upstairs. So that's done and all insulated. Just thinking about things like at the beginning of the build, when I did the footings, stuff like that, or any stage through the build, there's certain things I might do that, you know, I don't really have to think about, we just do it, but that's because I'm used to it. So for other people who aren't used to building sites or doing their own jobs and things like that, there's so much to think about, like with everything. But just one little example of the kind of thing we pre-plan was when we did the footings, we put this pipe in right at the beginning. So literally we had the trenches dug out, we were just about to concrete, and we put this pipe in because we knew we'd want to get water, a water supply inside the garage. So instead of, you know, running the water around, because we didn't have anything on the site, it's just an empty field, so we didn't know where the water was going to be, what was going to happen. So we just stuck this black pipe in, 100mm duct in the bottom of the footing, and concreted it in. And then it was only last week I came back to that, and that's where I've just put this is just loose. So I just opened the top up, slid that pipe down, and then I'll show you on the outside. The reason I'd left all these pipes, I'd even forgotten why I'd done it, but I had all these pipes, instead of trenching them right the way through to the corner where they're going to be, I'd flopped them back and left them there, and I'd even forgotten why until the other day. It was because I had to dig down, find it. So this is the footing of the garage. I had to dig down and find the footing of the garage to find the other end of that pipe that we'd stuck in, and you can just see it poking out here. So I dug down, found that, because that's the right depth. Got 750 to ground level, so that's the right depth for water. The water pipes have got to be that deep so they don't freeze in the winter and things like that. So dug down, found that, and then I can just poke whichever water pipe it is, because I've written on the end of the pipe there, it says clean garage to house. So that's the one I want, yeah. So that one, I'll poke that one through this pipe and it'll come up inside the garage. And then we've got our water supply going into the garage, getting cleaned, and getting pumped through this pipe, supplying the house. Sid's back on the patio with his mate Dave, so it's around the back of the patio today, and then come on to the front here, which is where I've got this kind of spider web of strings set up, trying to figure out how the paths are going to go, because it all comes down and works nice and square around the house, but obviously the garage is on a bit of an angle, so I'm just trying to make those angles work and look pretty, and we've got a step and things, so I'm just getting my head around that this morning. Jace, the electrician, was here one day last week, so we just went through together all these ducts that I buried a couple months ago. We just went through together and pulled all the cables through. So that went well, nothing went wrong, it all worked out, and all the ducts went where they're supposed to go. I'm just mixing up some concrete and I'll show you in a minute. I'm just setting out the curbs around that step that I'm going to do. So I'm just mixing up a tub of concrete, take it around there and get the curbs in. Basically, you see that line of curbs that come through there? They're going to come down here and carry on to that point, which is easy enough on this higher bit because those curbs are 150, you know, they've got plenty of room. But here, you're going to step down and those 150 curbs aren't tall enough. You're going to have a gap between the slab and there. So what I've done is cut these slabs down. So I'm going to bed these in as curbs just in this area where the step is, so they're going to sit in concrete, something like that. So you'll see them, the new patio level will be down here somewhere, and that will be holding back the grass. Got that yellow line there, so the soil and grass is still going to be that height and slope away from the house to that back wall. It's probably better to just show you, that make more sense when you see it. Trying to get these down a little bit lower. That's going to be the height of the curb where the slab will sit into, so that'll be the top of this patio. But I want these about 30mm lower, so that as that slab comes over, it sits on top of these like that. So I'm just trying to get these ones a bit lower, but I just need to dig a bit more out, I think. The thing I'm worried about is how skinny they are, only 20mm. So what I'm going to do is once they're in and set, I'm just going to back all of this up with concrete, so nothing can, you know, if you hit them or anything, you know, they're less likely to snap. You haven't really got to worry about that with curbs because that's kind of what they're made for, you know, they're 50mm solid concrete. They tend not to break too easily, but these are designed to be flat. Yeah, 3660. Oh, cool. So that should be the overhang this way. Or
yeah.
Yeah.
Could be. We'll tighten them up a bit as well. Yeah. No, you're 3710 now, so that's 50 already.
What, 50 short?
That's slab there.
So I reckon you'll have a brick on there, like that first one will probably have a brick on it.
Yeah.
And that'll be 600. And then. Yeah, then we just make it work 3 steps, I suppose.
Yeah, work out like that to that.
Yeah.
By 3 and away you go.
Yeah. That's the way to do it, isn't it? Yeah. So the patio's looking really good, really happy with it. Sid and Dave done a good job. It's something I did want to do, but it's just come down to time, and getting them to do it has been a really good idea because, you know, they've cracked on with it. I think this is week 3 or something like that. So, you know, that would have been 3 or 4 weeks me doing it and not getting on with other stuff. So made the right decision getting them to do it, and they've done a good job. We've decided to lay it in half bond. Sometimes you buy them in big project packs where you get loads of different sizes and they all mix in together. Personally, I don't really like the look of them very much. I prefer just nice clean lines. So half bond I think looks a bit more modern. So we had a dry day yesterday, managed to get Tony here, and they painted all the outside. They managed to get 2 coats on this yesterday, the single story elevation and the back of the garage. So there's only one more top coat to do, which they'll do once we've fitted the lights, and whenever we finish making mess, basically they'll come in and bang that on. So hopefully we get some more dry days before Christmas, definitely, and get that done. But it looks really good. Makes such a difference being painted. It just looks finished, looks really smart and clean, so happy with that.